Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mystic Gwen. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to walk together through one of the most radical, challenging, and ultimately liberating passages of spiritual text ever written, the Sermon on the Mount from the book of Matthew. For the next couple of weeks we're going to unpack these ancient words and find the powerful, practical wisdom they hold for us right now in our chaotic modern lives. This isn't a sermon, this is a survival guide. The first and most powerful promise in this text is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. This is a radical idea. It says that if you're living a righteous life, if your conscience is clear and the world comes at you with lies, slander, and persecution, you are not cursed, you're blessed. Why? My interpretation is this. Is because the pain is a test. It is a sign that the divine, who I sometimes call God-Zilla, because that power is awesome and terrifying, has signed off on this trial. It's a test to see if you will remember that your truth is not defined by the edicts of humanity, but by what you in the divine know to be true in your own heart. The persecution is the fire that burns away your need for the world's approval. This leads to the next verse, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. I have a unique take on this. When you are afraid, when a threat has been made against you and you have reported it, spoken it, and put it out in the world, it oftentimes is the universe that conspires to make that very thing happen. This isn't a punishment. I believe it is the universe making you the prophet. It is fulfilling the words you spoke, the truth you knew was coming, to prove that your intuition was divinely connected all along. The fulfillment of the prophecy is the validation of your truth. So how do you act when you are in the middle of this fire? Verse 37 gives us the script. But let your communications be yeah, nay, nay, for whatsoever is more than that comes of evil. This is a call for radical simplicity. When you're facing an accuser, you do not need to persuade, convince, plead, or argue. Why? Because the divine already knows the absolute truth. To over-explain is to act as if God is not in control, as if he is not already aware of every single detail. So you stand in your truth, a simple yes, a simple no. Anything more is an indulgent in the evil of doubt, the doubt that you are being held. And this brings us to one of the hardest lessons of all. Verse 40. And if any man will sue thee at the law and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. This is the turning the other cheek on an entirely new level. It's the practice of radical detachment. I've had to live this verse in a way I never imagined. In my own journey, I made the conscious choice to not sue my own parents for extortion and to not press charges against my abuser. I chose to walk away from my home of 13 years and all of my possessions. I let them have the coat and the cloak also. Why? Because this teaching tells us that our attachments to the material world is a prison. And the only way to be truly free is to be willing to let go of anything that can be taken so that you can hold on to the one thing that cannot, your own soul. The idea of radical giving continues in verse 42. Give to him that asketh thee, and for him that would borrow of thee turn thou not away. The interpretation is simple and profound. The person asking, the person in need, is the divine in disguise. Every interaction is a chance to serve the sacred. And finally, the pinnacle of this radical teaching is verse 44. Love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. This is not about being a doormat, this is about being a lighthouse. What separates the righteous from the wicked is the ability to hold the light even in the face of total darkness. By loving the very enemies that the divine has placed in your path, you're demonstrating your absolute faith that God is in charge of all things. You are setting the ultimate example. You are refusing to let their darkness extinguish your light. And it all comes together in the final piece of wisdom for today, chapter 6, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Don't worry, everything that is happening has already been mapped out by the divine. The plan is already written. Your only job is to navigate the challenges of today with faith, with grace, and with love. Thank you for walking this path with me. This is just a small piece of the wisdom from the book of Matthew. We'll continue our journey with more of these powerful verses next Sunday.